Me again. Hi, everybody again. Again. Back scratcher, see back scratcher. Ooh, yes. Little to the left. Ooh, yes. Right there. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, yes. Ooh. Well, this is me, Dodi, and you're watching Dodi's page again. It's a hot tamale outside. Again. It's been a hot tamale for the past like 3 weeks straight. Over, I don't know, but I'm thinking my truck is saying like, holy moly, my truck is saying it's a hot tamale outside. So anyway, I'm Dodi. You're watching Dodi's page. I'm watching Dodi's page too, by the way. Uh, what am I going to talk about? I'm going to eat some yogurt. Can't really advertise this stuff, but I'm going to eat some yogurt. This kind is, ooh, yes, peach. Has little chunks of peach in it. Ooh, babies. But when you open them, you gotta, because sometimes they're too, and they're like, here, eat me, eat me. So you always gotta lick the top. That's a rule. Don't eat it, just lick it. Oh, nice and chilled, everything. Yes, it's a hot tamale outside, and this is no chilly cool. Let me put my glasses on, or take my glasses off so I can put my other glasses on. I got myself my new, what do you call it, phone holder thingamajig bopper there. So you got a different view now. You got almost like a bird's eye view. So anyway, I'm right here. I'm in my truck, and it's a hot tamale outside. But this is good. No, this is really good. Um, Not to mention, they had these at the grocery store, 59 cents. The other ones were costing like $1.19 or something. And these are usually about $1 or something. I don't know, 99 cents. This week, I've just been informed. Um, this whole week, I'm going to be doing lives starting at 4 o'clock in the morning for the whole week. Yep. So heads up, everybody, and get up. And wait. There's somebody. There's somebody. There's somebody. No, wrong glasses. Wrong glasses. Those are the fuzzy ones still. Oh, Austin. Hi, Austin. 92306. Is that your? Don't tell me you're at work and your number. I'm just kidding. Um, That's not your prison number, is it? There's a chunk. I'm just kidding, Austin. Is it Austin? Yep, Austin. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Um, yeah, all week I'll be going live starting like about 4 o'clock in the morning. So, so cool. And who knows what we're going to talk about? You know, with me, I'm not exactly consistent. I kind of like being unpredictable. I like being stealth. I love being stealth. Stealth, you know what stealth means? Like, where are you? Where are you? Like, under the radar and stuff. I love being under the radar when you can't see me. Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, there's seven. What happened to you, seven? You're supposed to be in blue. Uh, yeah, no, no. That's what you said, Austin. No, you're not in prison. That's not your prison number. Okay. Uh, let, letting me subscribe. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll let you. Uh, are you sure the warden's gonna let you? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You're number one. You're ahead of the ball game here. You're leading the horse race here. You're number one. So there you go. Oh, oh, seventh is coming up on you. He's coming up quick. Yeah, coming up quick around the stretch number one. That's GR7. Okay. Anyway, let me see what you say. Hi, seven. Okay. What's going on here? You got like you were all blue before now, seventh, and now you got like a badge or something. Like, is you a cop or something? Uh, your last live getting a new job is earlier said than done. Easier said than done. And I heard that the KFC guy stole the. Yeah, he stole it from Taco Bell. That's why they joined together. I'm just kidding. Um, thanks for watching it. Uh, you don't have to believe everything I tell you. But that about KFC, um, he did start, you know, all that. So read up on it yourself. I don't know. Maybe I read a coloring book and I don't know. Anyway, uh, Olivia, hi Olivia Burton. 12. Why? What is that about? I don't know. 12. Why? They said hi, hello, hello, and cutting in and out. Let me refresh. I'm cutting in and out, or you? Let me know because I got good. I got all four bars going on my Richter scale. You know, on my Dodi's. You know how's the internet? You know it's not it's straight up like some of you guys are in the morning. So anyway, I subscribe. Yeah, thanks. You know what? I am gonna go for 1,000. So go tell your mom, go tell your dad, go tell your brother, your hubby, your wife, your kids, your teacher, your neighbor, your dog, your cat. Go tell them to subscribe. Me too. You too. What? I'm losing myself there. Anyway, is she cutting in and out? She, me? I'm cutting in and out. I hope not. Huh? Okay. Okay. I have to go. But what time do you end live? I'm gonna be on it for a little bit, about an hour or something, you know. And anyway, I have to go. But what time you in live tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow it's Sunday. Tomorrow, right? Yeah, today's Saturday. I don't know. I'll be. Who knows what tomorrow? But like Monday morning, it'll be 4 o'clock in the morning. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It'll be 4 o'clock every morning. I'll be going live. So you early birds, yeah, you guys probably be in your underwear here, checking me out and stuff. Cause I'll be in my. Never mind. Uh, no, I won't. I'll be dressed anyway. I'll try to watch all week. Well, thank you. And if you don't make it, you can always watch a rerun or something. It's me over. I don't know what kind of allergies or diet or habit you guys do, but have a blessed night. You too have a blessed day too. Thanks. Thanks for coming in. Truly appreciate it. Um, that's one thing about the lives that they're live. It's the real deal here. It's not. So you're gonna see some like, oh, girl, you can't take that. Breaking up, can't hear it. Like what? Like because it's live. It's not rehearsed. So it's one thing I like about the lives. It's you get the real deal. But even on my videos, they might be edited, so you only see the good stuff. But even then, you still get the real deal because this real deal right now is setting the pace. I'm not even hungry actually, but I wanted to eat some of this because it's good. Um, Let me see, because I just finished eating lunch a little while ago. Had some, what do you call them? Stuffed sopapillas with beans uh, and rice with some green chili. I still have it. I mean, I couldn't even eat half of it. I only ate like a quarter or a third of it. It was good. Not to mention the chips and salsa in the beginning too. So yeah. Anyway, who knows? Maybe tomorrow, because I was talking with the family member, and she was telling me there's going to be a rodeo, a state fairgrounds or something like that. I might go check that out later. Might go live too. I don't know. I covered my wheels in my truck with a tarp, getting my shoes, my flip flops. So yeah. Anyway, what'd you say, seventh? I don't know why you got the. You're not blue, but you got a blue badge. Hey, I didn't demote you. I didn't. That's YouTube there. Um. Oh, okay. I missed what you said. It was my phone. Oh, I don't know what I said either. uh, that would be my memory. You'll have to rewind or something. I could rewind my memory too, but because like I can go back to where I was eating those stuffed sopapillas with green chili and beans and rice and chips and salsa. Yeah, I can take you that far. But anyway, uh, what did you say about the kernel? Kernel? What kernel? You know what a kernel is? You said it, not me. You know what a kernel is? It's a seed. It's a seed. I can't bend my finger, but it's a little tiny, 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 like a popcorn seed, like a corn seed. When you eat popcorn and then at the bottom, there's like they're all hard. Sometimes hurts your teeth or gets stuck between your teeth or something. Little corn kernels. KFC. Oh, oh, that kernel. You're talking. I don't remember what I said about him. Um, he did start off selling his recipe, and nobody wanted to buy it. And he didn't give up. He kept trying and trying and trying till somebody, because back then there was no such thing as fast food. The word didn't even exist. Um, because everybody was eating out of their home, the kitchen, and ding, 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 that triangle thing. Come and get it, the dinner bell, they call it. And but that was back in like the 60s. Might have even been earlier than that. Um, but I remember when I was a kid back in the 60s, uh, there was no such. McDonald's was, you know, just starting off. Um, yeah, McDonald's wasn't the first fast food place. It wasn't. It was KFC. Um, anyway, I still like that chicken. I don't eat meat that much. I try to, but I need the protein, so that's why I have to. Because I quit eating meat completely, and it started changing my body. I started, the wrinkles, they just like, I started turning into a raisin. Like, oh boy, I got to start eating some more protein. So I was eating some nuts, and because nuts have a lot of protein. But you go to a store, a restaurant, even a fast food place, they run on meat. They don't really got anything for vegetarians. And I'm not a vegan. I don't like that word, vegan. It's a vegetarian. If you're going to do it, do the whole 9 yards. It's a vegetarian. So, yeah, I was a vegetarian for a little while, but my body was telling me, if you don't put something, I'm going to turn you into a prune. And sure enough, I started getting some wrinkles that, like, oh my God, I'm getting old real quick. So I had to dip back into the meat category. And, but I can't get myself to eat a steak. Those are gone. Or beef jerky, stuff like that. And so I just eat a little bit of beef, barely any beef, and chicken mostly. Try to buy stuff for sandwiches, right? Okay, you got cheese, you got lettuce, you got uh, tomatoes. I thought of that lady when there's a commercial and she comes up, where's the beef? Like, I tried putting potatoes in there. I tried putting, you know, macaroni salad or something. Like, no, it's just not the same. So And my body's telling me, like, no, you need to keep taking care of your body. You can't just like like a what do you call those? Alcoholic or even someone who smokes. You can't just quit just like that because it's a shock. Your body just starts going into a freaked out mode. And that's how I was. But anyway, so I had to dip back into some of the meats and stuff. But anyway, um, I have I got my pickup truck. Well, no, if I move that, I can't. So I can't move my truck. I can't move the phone. So you're stuck with me the way you are right now. Deal with it. Um, okay, what do you guys want to dip into? The trucking, art, or spiritual? Those are my three choices today. What do you want to dip into? Say one, two, or three. One is trucking, two is art, three is spiritual. Those three things I know very well. So I'm going to wait for a comment. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Anything yet? Nope. Because if not, then I'm just going to pick a number myself. One, two, or three. Um, I'll wait for another few seconds. It's hot outside. It's a hot tamale. Let's see, I'll put that right there. I'll put this in here. I'm still waiting. I gotta tell you, this is the best mug I've ever had. I put ice in it. I forgot about it. The next day, the day went, the night went, and I was thirsty that night before I was going to bed. I picked it up, and the ice was still in there. It was still cold. The water was still cold. I'm like, oh my God, that's been like what, like 48 hours, and it was still the ice. It's like was still like I just put it in this cup. It's a this I will advertise. It's Yukon. I'm not getting paid for them, but good cup, good cup. We sell these at the truck stops where I paid like 15 bucks or something for it. Worth the money. The water is because it's water. It's cold water. Okay, no number yet, huh? All right. Well, remember I said one is for trucking. If you want to name the subject that I'm going to talk about, one is trucking. I got 35 years driving as a truck driver and know a lot about trucking. Two is art. I'm a professional artist. Uh, I went to college, graduated top 10 in my class out of 3,000. Um, and three, spiritual. I'm a warrior like Archangel Michael. So I didn't see no numbers. So I guess it's my choice. Last chance. Any numbers there? One, two, or three? What do you want to talk about? The ball's in your court. Nothing? Okie dokie. Well, talk about spiritual stuff. Okay. I guess first of all, with the spiritual stuff, you don't have to believe what I say. You believe, excuse me, you believe what your your heart tells you. That's what I've been trained to do. That's what they've told me. Like they, my my guides, archangels, everything. They tell me, don't believe me. You believe your heart, what your heart tells you. See, so I'm telling you guys the same thing. But I'm going to tell you guys the same thing what they told me, though. Did I just say that? Yeah. First, some good yogurt. Now, some nice cold ice water. Um, One, this is Dodi's page. I'm Dodi. Got that down, right? Now, I'm an American. See, American Stars and Stripes. Yep. I'm a truck driver. See, I'm in the truck. Um, I'm an artist, but I can't now got no art to show you guys. And I'm excuse me, I don't know where that one came from, but I'm a warrior of light for Archangel Michael. He's an archangel. I'm gonna tell you guys about you guys, not about me. Um, you need to wake up. Remember, I gave you guys a chance. See which one you guys wanted to hear me talk about. You didn't say anything, so I chose spiritual. Okay, so that. Um, so if you turn it off, well, then that's your fault. No, you have to stay on now. Um, See, we were born here. We weren't born to suffer. We were not born to suffer. We were not born to be trying to survive every single day. We weren't born to be mad and struggle. We were born to live, to learn. That's why we are here. Why are you? Have you ever asked yourself, why am I doing this? You might be married. You might be with uh, a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or you might have kids. You might be at a job you love or a job you hate. But you got to stop and ask yourself. You might be going to work, you might be coming from work or waking up, whatever. Why am I here? Like, why do I feel like this? Why am I seeing this type of this part of the world? These type of people that why? Just question them. Just question, right? Ask yourself. I got a few things to tell you right now. Right this very minute, August 2026. There, there is more people alive on this planet than there ever has been. What, close to 80 billion people we're reaching, if we haven't already met that mark. 80 billion people walking and talking on this planet. Maybe not walking, but we're alive. That's called the human, uh, not human, that's called humanity. Why is that? Have you ever thought about that? Why? Why in this time? How come this didn't happen 2,000 years ago when Jesus was walking the ground? Why didn't this happen when, you know, Julius Caesar and, you know, what are those? Henry VIII and all these guys that were walking around. And this technology, why? Why didn't it pop up then? Were guys stupider back then? No, it's we were evolving. We were evolving. Now, the 80 billion people that are on this planet right now, there's a reason for that. You want to know why there's a reason why there's so many people walking the planet? Souls. There's a lot of souls that have come to this planet for this time, this era that's happening right now with the planet. It's evolving. So souls have come from all parts of the universe to experience this. This has never happened on this planet. It's never happened before. Like how are all these people gonna be, is it just gonna keep growing to 90 billion, 100 billion? Mm-mm. No, it's not. What's gonna happen is this world is, it's like this and it's starting to separate as I speak right now. It's already shifting now. A lot of people don't believe me. Don't believe me if you don't want to. I don't care. I'm trying to trigger something in your little brain there that you're here for a reason. Because in my little brain, I was, oh, that's why. You just get this, you just realize all of a sudden, like a slap in the face, like, I remember now. Or, this aha moment, as they say, like, or this, now I get it. You just get this knowledge that will come to you. And it's not going to come to everybody. Unfortunately, it's not. Because that would create craziness for the whole entire world and chaotic things would happen. They would it would be like too much of a good thing, you know. Uh, nope, you can't have too much of a good thing. You gotta have just enough, just enough little sweetener in there. Just enough of the honey, just enough of the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the whipped cream and the cherry on top, and just enough. Okay, just enough of the jalapenos and the oregano, and just enough. But seriously, though, we're evolving. That's why there's so much people on this planet right now. And with that many people, we're just going to keep on multiplying like rabbits, right? That's where, do you guys get it? I mean, that's that's one of the reasons why this whole planet is changing. That's why there's so much people on this planet this very second, And that's why the planet is changing, because a lot of souls that are born after the 90s, I'm not sure exactly what year of the 90s. I don't know if it was 1990 or 1995 or whatever, in the 90s, whatever generation that is called. Um, I don't know what they call themselves, but what the angels call them are the indigo, the indigo generation. That's what it is. There's the indigos, and then there's uh, the crystals, and then there's the rainbows. What I mean by rainbow, I don't mean gay. Okay, like get that out of your head. Um, those are, and then there's another generation that's being born. These are the babies. The indigos are already adults. They're the young generation that are going to be taking over the politics, honestly, not corruptive politics. They're going to do it so, the old ones, they're kind of like being gently escorted out the door because they're corrupt. The new ones are what do you call it? They come from other planets. They're new souls. Okay, like SRG7, right? You wrote something off. I'll get back to your reading in a minute. Your writing and stuff. I'm not sure what generation. I don't know when. If you're born after 1990, you're an indigo. I'm. I don't even fall into that category. I'm before that category. Okay, starting from the indigo. I'm here to the indigos, and then the indigos are up until today, right? Well, see, when I came, when I was born, the very first time I came to this planet, it was thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, maybe millions, I don't know. But since then, these, they're called the Anunnaki, they came, and which were also in conjunction with the the archons, the reptilians, the you know lizard people that claimed they were gods. That's why you don't say amen anymore. Stop saying that, because you're giving homage to one of the Anunnakis who put us in this situation, because he dropped down our DNA from 12 strands to 2. So we couldn't communicate with God straight. We had to communicate to him and then to God. So he thought he was God. And he tortured people, he killed people, he breeded people, raped people. He didn't eat people. The lizard people were the ones that ate us. And they want to do it again. But they're not. Now, with that being said, see, that's what's happening. They're gone. That his name was Amun Ra. He's gone. He's not coming back. He's not allowed to come back to this planet. Archangel Michael is making sure of that. I'm one of his warriors. If I don't know that and I'm one of his warriors, then nobody's going to know that. But that's what's happening. Okay. Now, with that being said, I came and I was swallowed up by his the power that he had. We have the same power that Jesus Christ has. Jesus Christ was not trying to say he's God. No, Jesus was trying to say we are God. We have the same exact power that Jesus Christ had. And he was trying to teach us. He wasn't looking for leaders. I'm sorry, he wasn't looking for followers. He was looking for leaders. Jesus Christ has told me that himself. Okay, we're out of the Jesus Christ era now. We're into the Aquarian era, because that was the Pisces. We're into the Aquarius and era, the Aquarius era. Saint Germain is that, who was incarnations was Joseph, Jesus's father. Okay, and that is purple. That is, I'm not wearing no purple now, but wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding. Um, that is what's happening now. Okay, we're no longer in the, Jesus Christ isn't in charge anymore. He did phenomenal. He kept love. That's what Christ, that we are Christ. We have Christ consciousness in us. That's why we don't chop people's heads off and deliver to them when they're to our ex-wives or anything, or ex-husbands or anything like that. We don't do that. It's love. Okay. You might have you might have to call the cops or get a lawyer or somebody like that. Okay. It's stressful, but not bloody. Right? Okay, so you got those eras. We're in the Aquarius era right now. Well, with Indigo, they came because in 1945 or 19 something like that, the what do you call it? Nuclear bomb went off, and that was a wake-up call. So that's after that, 1963, all the archons, all the reptilians, all the bases, they were found by the archangels, and there's no more anymore. What's left now are basically leftovers, the crumbs, the and we call them cabal, the elites. Those guys are crumbs compared to what was here before. Yeah, you think, you know, uh, I'm not going to name the names, but you know what I'm talking about. What are those people called? Winchesters or something? Not Winchester. I know that's somebody's name, something like that. I don't know their names, I don't care. But they're basically the crumbs of what was here before. And they're trying to hang on to this corruption, this power that they had. Okay, now it kept us, because they had that much power. Like I said, we have the same power like Jesus Christ had. Jesus Christ is a master, he's not a God. We all have the same, we can master the same thing. Um, Enoch is now Archangel Metatron. So, yeah, you think you can't be an archangel? This is what Archangel Michael told me. He says, you think you can't be an archangel? Archangel, Archangel Metatron used to be Enoch. So, yeah, we got time. We got it. We're not going to die. Okay, our bodies might die, but we're not going to die. So take care of your form, your beauty, your don't smoke. That's comes back to the same thing. See, don't smoke. Don't have manners. Take care of your health. Don't cuss. Don't you're so anyway. The indigo. We were before the indigos. That's me. We were like in this wheel of incarnation, kind of like a little mouse keeps going round and round and round, little hamster, right? Going nowhere, just uh, living, dying, living, dying, living, dying, and we did it for thousands of years. And in that time of living and dying, time is a totally different thing that's in this, but we're living and dying and living and dying. Well, we're not living and dying anymore. We're able to stop, get off that hamster wheel. Now I'm not going to be incarnating anymore because the 12 strands that Amun Ra and other uh, guys like him and girls that played God with us really messed us up. They're no longer allowed near us. We're protected. You are protected. So now that's what's happening now is the we can live up in our bodies. We can live up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years. I know it's hard for you to believe. Sometimes some information is just too much for you guys where you say, oh yeah, right, sure, that's bullshit. I'm not lying. I am not lying. I don't bullshit around this stuff. I do not. I'm not allowed to do that. I would not be a warrior of light if I were to be deceiving everybody. I don't do that. So when I'm talking about spiritual stuff as an archangel, a warrior for an archangel, 100%. Archangel Michael even told me stop joking around because I'd be joking around with the angels and stuff. And, like in my prayers, I'd be joking. He says, you don't joke around. Stop it. He knows what I'm doing, bad or good, embarrassing or shameful or, he knows what I'm doing. And he knows that he'll tell me things that stop being stupid, start doing this. You got it. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, come on. And that's what Archangel Michael will tell me from time to time. He'll tell me, get moving or do it right or something. And he'll give me the messages. Not only him, he's my commander. You got Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Shemel, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Shemel. I said that. Archangel Haniel. I mean, like, Archangel Sandalphon. I mean, like, there's so many archangels. We are blessed to have them protecting us. So, that's me, right? I'm not going to go anymore. I'm not going to get got off that hamster wheel. No more incarnations for me. I'm trying to get you guys to wake up the same thing. Okay. Yes, it's life changing. And it doesn't mean all of a sudden, you know, you gotta change the ways, be holy all of a sudden. You just keep living, but your consciousness has seen something that and knows something now that is hard to forget, and you can't just ignore it. If you ignore it and you know what I'm talking about and you still ignore it, that's your choice. You got free will. Okay, that's my part. Now, I'm going to go into the indigos, the crystals, rainbows. Okay, there's another one. It's the newest one now. The new little babies, new little newborns now. I'm not sure if it's still the crystals or not, or the rainbows. I get the rainbows and the crystals mixed up. I don't know who came first, but I know after me, after the 90s, it's the indigos and then the other ones. Okay, now the indigos. 7. You seem like you're younger. I have a strong feeling you're an indigo. You're in your 30s or something like that. You know, from what the messages you've told me, I've gone to your channel and stuff, and you seem. I'm not asking you your age. You don't got to worry about telling me. I'm just going to use you as an example. The indigos are the first ones that came from beings, a soul from different worlds, from different parts of the galaxy. They've come and they're born here. And when we're born on in this planet, the way we're born is our memory is erased. They okay, you know all this stuff, you know how to do it. You're gonna go live on planet Earth, but the name of the game here is you don't got a memory because you're going there to learn. We are here to learn. You're going to learn about financial. You're going to learn about love. You're going to learn about pain. You're going to learn about heartbreaking. You're going to learn about struggling, about prejudice, about hatred, about sickness, about success, about fame, about fashion, about art. Everything you're going to learn how to breathe. You're going to learn how to walk. You're going to learn about different races, different species, about the air you breathe, about everything. So that's what I came in the very beginning, just for that. But then, like I said, these Anunnakis that were hooked up with the Archons, and they screwed everything up for billions of people. Not 80 billions, but a lot of people. Well, now it's 80 billion, more and more people, because this is what's happening right now with this planet is, I mean, to say global is a little tiny, tiny thing. It's universal. It's massive. It's gargantuous. It's huge. That's why beings are coming here. That's why there's so many born now, because they want to experience this life, the whole uh, planet. But to get here, your brain is erased, so you got to learn. I'm trying to teach you guys about this to wake up, because it's your wake up call. The alarm is going off. Like no snooze button now. Before you had a snooze button, time is speeding up and it's getting smaller and smaller by the minute. there's different time, I don't mean time zones by, you know, the East Coast like in Florida and the West Coast like in California. No, I mean, there's different timelines. That's what it is. Me, myself, me, right, me, little Dodi here. I've experienced this. I'm doing something. I get up that morning. I'm thinking, okay, I got this, this, and this, and this, and this to do. Okay, but first, I'm gonna do my usual stuff. I'll get up and pray and brush my teeth and get dressed and all this other stuff, right? Get up at maybe 5, 6. Before you know it, it's 9:30, like that. I look at the clock. I just finished eating breakfast, and I've been up already for 3 hours. Where did those minutes go? It's speeding up. Okay, well, I still have that and that to do. And, before you know it, now it's 4 o'clock. Okay, last I checked, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Now it's 4 o'clock already? Time is speeding up. And I don't got half the stuff that I needed to get done. Now I'm like rushing it. I'm going to bed every night. I tell you, I'm going to bed tired. Last night, as soon as I hit the bed, I was out. I didn't even have a cover on me. I was just, the whole night, I was out. I was. And this morning, I woke up and I finally, like, I put the cover, like, well, why am I putting the cover? I'm getting up. Time is speeding up. Okay. You don't have a lot of time to think about it anymore. Time is serious. You are serious. Another thing. Ow, you're getting hot. The sun is going down and it's starting to like hot tamale. Okay, another thing is, why is this happening, right? Why? Okay, we are precious. You are precious. You don't know how precious you are. You don't know how much information you have. You don't know how luscious and valuable you are. If you think nobody cares, you think you're alone, I was dumped by my ex-boyfriend, and boo-hoo. Oh well, you're missing the whole ball game there because why are you even here? Why do you even have a boyfriend? Why are you even breathing? That's the real question. Yeah, well, my ex-boyfriend took all my breath away. So wake up, wake up. You are so precious. You are, I mean, my love for you is there. You got love of the archangels. You got love of angels, of the crystals, and I don't mean the crystals, like I said a little bit ago, with the rainbow and crystals. I mean the rose quartz, the amethyst, the rubies, the diamonds. They have conscience. They're part of the ground. They're part of Mother Earth, Gaia, Mother Gaia. Okay, that's what's happening. So, by you being so valuable, I'm going to tell you something. It's a little bit gory, but there's really no time for you guys to think about it anymore. You guys have to make your decision ASAP. Start purifying yourself ASAP. I am, that's not me telling you. That's the archangels. That's what's happening right now. I'd advise you start looking to quit smoking. I strongly advise you start doing that. Stop drinking. Stop cussing. I am not lying. I'm not lying about that. I strongly advise you to stop because and here's the gory part about that. These Orcon, like I told you, they want us. They want us because they like the way we taste. They want us as livestock. They want us to breed, not only breed amongst each other, they want to breed us. Like, yeah, they want to just rape us and then eat us. They want to enslave us where we have no power. I saw this one video. It's kind of like the way they explained it. It's kind of like, you know, being amongst the walking dead, the zombies and stuff like that. I've never seen that movie, but I'm not interested in stuff like that. Maybe you guys have seen it, but it's where wherever you go, there's dead people, and they're chasing you and they want to eat you. It's because they like your taste. They want the orcons. They love what feeds them is our fear. And but it's kind of like disgustingly dirty, horribly. Yeah. What they do is they love to scare us because the more afraid we get, the more uh, potent our blood gets. And when they taste that, the bigger high they get. And they get a thrill out of that. Now, you still want to keep on smoking there? Like, yeah, whatever. It's up to you. You got free will. This world is changing, okay? It's changing. If you don't believe me, then don't, turn the page off, whatever. But I'm going to tell people that are listening, that are believing, that are maybe, something is being said here that is ringing a bell. If you're that person, well, then I'm here for you. I'm not going to desert you. I'm not going to just blow you off. No, if I can just convince one person, that's one person less that's going to be eaten. It's one person less that's going to be slaved. When we shift, when the world shifts, we're shifting to the fifth dimension on up. That's what this world was supposed to be when my soul first came here. It wasn't a third dimensional uh, planet. It was a fifth and sixth dimensional planet. It was like paradise. Well, like I said, these archons came. They tried to take it over. They liked what they saw. They wanted it. They wanted our gold. They wanted um, minerals, right? Not just gold, but other minerals. Gold was the main one. But they were chased away. I, you know, I love you guys. You guys got a job to do. Go do your job. Do it with love. If you guys hate your job, go find something else to do. Do what you guys love. The love you guys have is immense. It's powerful. The kindness. When you smile at someone and you pass or hold the door for someone and you give them a good morning or thank you or whatever, that is strong. That's just a tiny taste of it, but it's strong. Don't let that go because on the other side, if you start watching, say, horror films, maybe you like horror films, and you're doing okay. I'm doing fine. I love Freddy Krueger and Chucky and all those. Okay, fine. But you know what? You're leaving your door open for darkness to come in. And it might be a movie. Yeah, you think, oh yeah, it's just Hollywood and stuff. Real crap has gone in Hollywood. Look what's happening nowadays. People don't even want to be associated. And I'm talking these celebrities. Some of them don't even want to be associated with Hollywood. And not everything you hear is true. Not everything you hear is a lie. You have to trust with your heart. Let your heart tell you. Let your heart be your guide. Okay. Again, you don't believe me. Don't let your heart be your guide. I say I'm a warrior of light. I have to tell you this. I have to. Hands down. I can't keep this information to myself. I would forget it. It does me no good. And I'm not doing what I was as a warrior of light, my duties. I have to commend and go on out. I can see you now, but there's a cloud that's that's like right up there. And I could see an eye looking at me. Let me see if I could turn this around. Let me see here. Ah, nope, I can't. I don't know how to do it. So I'm not gonna mess with it. Am I even on? I don't know. I hope not. I mean, I hope I haven't screwed everything up. Um, that's the Indigos. You guys came because you wanted to experience the the shift that's happening. You guys knew about it before you even were born. The rainbows and the crystals, they know about it. Another thing, proof. Proof. I'll prove it to you. You get a little kid, 12 years old, give him a computer, give him an iPhone, give him, you know, a Game Boy or something. They've never seen it before, right? They're going to say, what's this? They're going to start. They'll remember. You give them a typewriter, an old-fashioned typewriter. They're going to like, okay, these are the keys. How does this work? They're going to be like horse and buggy to them. Now you give an elderly person, someone who's in their, I'm 65. You give someone like that, obviously I know what a computer is and all this stuff. But you give someone to help them solve a problem or download an app or, fix something on the computer, they have no idea. But you give them a car to fix and some wrenches and screwdrivers and stuff, they'll fix it because it's more simpler. It's more, you give a kid a screwdriver and stuff like that. Well, you know what? That eye is right there just looking at me. I wish I could show it to you. It's so cool. Um, if you were to give that to them, they're going to show you, well, here's an easier way. Go around it and send you on your way. Like, well, yeah, because the kids nowadays are a lot smarter. See, they remember. They re, it's our memory that, remember I told you when we're born, our memory is gone. Well, the kids coming in now, the newborns, the indigos, the, the rainbows and the crystals, but or crystals or rainbows, however, they come in with fresh because they're coming from a different state of being, different planet. So they come in here. They don't know what it's like to not have the 12 strand. They've always had that. So they don't know what it's like not to have that. I know what it's like not to have that because for a lot of another, for a lot of reasons, another reason I just thought of, just like stopped me in my tracks just now, religion nowadays, it's starting to fade off. But for the longest time, um, in order to do anything, you know, confess your sins, you had to confess to a priest or a pastor or a whatever, I don't know, but that's going through someone, a middleman, and then he's going to send it to God. No, we go straight to God now. That's what the 12, that's why we have 12 strands. Now I have direct contact with Archangel Michael. I have direct contact with him. I have direct contact with Mother, Father God, our Creator. Before, no, you, well, if you're going to talk, you're going to just talk in the air because you're not getting nowhere. But that was a lie. Okay. Now all that is fading off. I see that eye right there. All that is fading off, and um, things are changing. We are evolving. That's why there's so many people in the planet right now. 80 billion people. Yeah, there's billions of them that are under 30 years old. There's billions of them. So think about that, okay? Think about that. Um, remember, you guys didn't put up any post-it notes or messages. I could have talked about trucking. I could have talked about art. You guys didn't want to, so I chose one, spirit, okay? So I'm going to read these. Sorry it took me so long. I'm at work driving around now. Weird person was following me weird day. Be careful, be careful. You are loved, you are protected. A lot of people are being negative to me right now and just want better. Okay, I hope you're still with me. Seventh, um, the words. The words that we think, the words that we say, our thoughts. I mean, this is like Remember I told you about your imagination? Keep that alive and alert. Things that are beyond the imagination. This even like I didn't. That's why Archangel Michael told me to stop joking around. He told me you need to be serious. Stop joking around here. I was getting a lot of messages about uh, thoughts, the importance of thought, the meaning of thought, the power of your thoughts. And I didn't put two and two together. And I'd be praying, and you know, in my prayers, I'd say like a little joke or something. Well, it, Archangel Michael disciplined me. He says, "You're going to get more of these messages until you get it." So I finally like, oh, like stop saying jokes. Till finally he literally told me to stop saying jokes when I'm praying. Don't joke around. Um, I like being humorous. I like being funny. I like being putting a smile on everybody's faces, you know. But there's a time for that, and there's a time not for that. Your thoughts, your thoughts. It's called telepathy. I can contact my mother right now. She's miles and miles away from me. No iPhone, no telephone, no texting, no, pigeon with a little note or nothing like that. No, our thoughts. It's because my thought is connected to my heart. My heart, my mom knows I love her. I know my mom loves me. See the connection? That's our internet line, or telepathic line is our heart. So when I think of my mom and um, just really, really just concentrating and thinking about her, she's gonna, I'm gonna enter her mind, and she's gonna remember me, and she's gonna remember that, what she misses me, or what she forgot to tell me, or how am I doing, or whatever, right? Because she's not physically, me and her are not physically eyeball to eyeball. We're heart to heart. Our thoughts, that's what our thoughts do. Now, when you say something that's sound, that's kind of a little different kind of frequency, but it's sound. Um, the way the pyramids were built, they were built with sound. They weren't built with muscle or machinery or lasers or nothing. They were built with sound. I don't know how they were built. I just know that I was just told they were built with sound. That's it. That's all I need to know for right now. That's another thing. You're going to be told what you need to know. That's it. You're not going to be told anymore. You don't need to know that yet. It's you'll know that in due time. In other words, say a light. You walk into a room. You hit the light switch. All you know is you walk into the room. You hit the light. You turn up the light switch or turn it down. It goes on or off. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know how the light works. You don't need to know that there's wires that it goes underground or through telephone poles onto a big um, industrial. power plant somewhere or through a satellite. You don't need to know that. You just need to know how to turn on the light. That's basically where we're at right now. I'm trying to tell you, turn on the light in your head. You see how things are starting to come? You know what I mean? They're, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you to understand that they're happening. There, things are, you gotta get the ball rolling for you. I already got the ball rolling for me. I'm not gonna leave you behind. I need to tell you guys this. You need to, like, okay, because you're gonna get your ball rolling and then you're gonna be something like me in your own way, in your own, the way you do it. I don't know how, but you're going to start communicating with people and telling them they need, like, you're going to be telling them basically the same thing. You need to wake up. Like, like, duh, you know, the same thing, basically, what I'm telling you in your own way. So, your thoughts are very important, very important. If you feel like, you know, you're hungry, well, that's your body telling you stuff. That's a different kind of thought. I feel like eating pizza, or I feel like eating Chinese food, or I feel like eating barbecue, or something like that. That's the body you're telling you, and the body's going to your head, giving you that thought, right? Okay, now you see a girl, you know, really shapy and sexy walking down the street, whether you're a guy, okay, yeah, yeah, like, yeah, I feel like having sex with that girl. That's a thought. Don't do that. That's lust. That's disrespecting her body. That's disrespecting the the, the power that you have, using it for bad choices. It's kind of like not truck. It's kind of like giving you know the the formula to someone. Giving a formula of a bomb or something to someone who is going to do wrong. That's the same thing. That's what lust is. Okay. You got that formula in your head. You see that beautiful girl walking, stunningly gorgeous. Yet you just want to jump her bones and like, use her as a object. Well, that's kind of like that, crazy scientist that wants the formula so he can go blow up the world. No, different there, but you know what I'm talking about. Same comparison, kind of. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Your thoughts. Don't do that. Your thoughts should be, you see that beautiful girl. Damn, she's gorgeous. You know, she takes care of herself. I would love to have a wife like that or a girlfriend like that. At the same time, that could be your daughter, your granddaughter, that you don't even recognize because you haven't seen her face yet and you're lusting over her. Like, hello. You don't you don't do that, right? You don't do that. You see what I mean? Like thoughts, don't let those thoughts do negative things for you. Another way of the thoughts, I'll give you another example. And this is, I mean, I even failed at this. We all have failed. I just recently failed at this. I'm not perfect. I'm a warrior, light, yeah, but some things I'm going to screw up on. And I screwed up on it big time. But here's what happened. I'll tell you. Situation between me and a family member has been on the edge since I was a kid. Since I was, you know, 12, 13, even younger than that, 7 years old or something like that. I didn't, I wasn't comfortable around this particular person. We grew up. As we grew up, that particular person kept controlling me and I stayed away. Well, I finally blew up. You know, at one point, this particular person did some things not only to me but to other family members that I didn't agree with. That was the edge. It was like, oh. And even other family members, they even knew. They said, "Don't do anything. Don't stay away. Don't." Well, just recently, I mean, the pot overboiled. Like what I did instead of keeping my cool, keeping my logic, keeping my listening to myself, things that I teach and everything, I blew it because I went off on this guy just like he was going off on me. Instead of putting out that fire, I came back and retaliated. No, I wasn't supposed to do that, but I'm not perfect. Do I hate that person? No. I just I know the negativeness that comes from all that, so I stay away. I want nothing to do with that person, not just for that one reason, but for all the years that it's been accumulating. And I'm not going to let that bother me anymore. Because what the person was doing was slowly adding this negativeness to me that every time I would talk to that person, I'd feel this anger. I'd feel this, not hatred, but I would feel this negativeness that this guy was constantly, and even though that person was, uh, I want to say, pretending to be a loving person, hug him, tell him love you and everything, it'd be like hugging a tire. Not even a tire, hugging a steel pole because it was so cold and there was no softness to the embrace. And like there's no love there that I felt coming. I give my love, but I didn't feel no love coming back. So I got out of that. I got out of that mess. My ancestors, I found out through other ways of communication from my ancestors. We all have ancestors. They were even mad. They were mad, not at me. They were mad because that person had constantly kept treating me the way he was treating me. And To this day, that person is full of hate. I don't hate. I don't hate him. I just don't want to be around him because his hate wants to jump into the love that I have and steal it and make me hate. Wants me to throw me down so that a person can say, "See, I'm better than you are," or the ego can, like rise. Like, see, so that's a thought, right? Like I said, that's a thought. I'm not going to let that happen. I can't. But even my ancestors, they were mad, and because they saw how hard I had tried, and they told me, stay away no matter what. Stay away from that person. Don't come near that person. If you loved that person at one time, the relationship, that's it. So your thoughts can be powerful. Okay. So anyway, this is me, Dodi Luna. I'm going to end it with that. And the negativeness that you have, you say people are following you negative. Get that thought out of your head. No, they're not following you. You think they're following you, so negative people are following you. If you think positive people are following you, wherever I go, people are smiling and waving and telling me hi and happy to see me or something. See, so change your way of thinking there. Uh, SRG7, okay? You have to change your way of thinking. They're not, if you leave the door open, they're going to come in. These cryptic crawlers are going to start coming in and they're going to want to make you miserable. They're going to bite you. They're going to get you sick. They're going to get you mad. They're going to make you come down to their level. Uh-uh. Keep your candle lit. This is me, Dodi. Now I'm going to let you go now. I've been talking a while. I'm going to go sweat it out in the hot sun and get tanned or something like that. Anyway, thanks for coming in. This is me, Dodi Lina. And yeah, anyway, thanks for coming in. This is a nice one. I liked it. I'm going to be coming in a lot because I got a lot to say about the spiritual. And you guys want to see my artwork? Well, then you're going to have to say so. You're going to see my trucking. You're going to have to say so. But you'll see me. Okay? We'll see you later. Bye. You be safe. You're blessed. You're special. You don't know how special you are, but you're precious. I love you guys. Bye bye.